Welcome to Canada, your ultimate journey through one of the most breathtakingly diverse countries in the world. From soaring mountain peaks and vast national parks to vibrant urban centers steeped in history, Canada offers a staggering variety of landscapes, cultures, and adventures. In this in-depth documentary-style exploration, from Banff's snow-capped grandeur to the charming streets of Quebec City, from the wild Atlantic coastlines to serene lakeside retreats, we'll traverse coast to coast, uncovering what makes Canada so undeniably remarkable. Each chapter is your passport to discovery, capturing epic scenery, heartfelt stories, and hidden gems that make Canada a wonder of the world. Get ready to experience Canada in full, majestic, multicultural, and endlessly inspiring. Spanning 6 time zones and covering nearly 10 million square kilometers, Canada is the world's second-largest country by area. Yet within its enormous expanse lie vast contrasts: towering Rocky Mountain ridges, icy Arctic tundra, lush boreal forests, dramatic coastlines, and cosmopolitan cities thriving with art, culture, and innovation. Canada's history is woven from multiple threads: a rich Indigenous heritage, French and British colonial roots, and waves of global immigration shaping its identity. Today, it embraces diversity and values of inclusion, reflected in its bilingual nature and multicultural mosaic. Geographically, Canada divides into distinct regions: the Pacific coastline and British Columbia's mountains, the fertile prairie provinces, Ontario's Great Lakes watershed, Quebec's francophone heartland, and the Atlantic provinces with their rugged seascapes. Scattered across these regions are over 40 national parks, dozens of UNESCO sites, and countless natural phenomena, from the northern lights to majestic waterfalls and glacial lakes. Canada is on the front line of both conservation and climate change, balancing resource development with a vigorous commitment to protecting its wilderness and Indigenous rights. This guide spans the essence of Canadian wonder, by land, sea, and city. Whether you're drawn to wild hikes, brilliant fall foliage, or urban breakfasts on a trendy cafe patio, Canada is a land of grand surprises and quiet magic. Banff National Park. Nestled in the heart of the Canadian Rockies, Banff National Park is the very definition of alpine splendor. Established in 1885 as Canada's first national park, and the third in the world, Banff is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that continues to captivate millions of visitors each year with its towering mountain ranges, turquoise lakes, and postcard-perfect scenery. At its center lies Lake Louise, with its glowing emerald waters set against the backdrop of the Victoria Glacier. Canoeing on this serene lake or hiking to the nearby Lake Agnes Tea House offers unforgettable moments of tranquility and perspective. Just a short drive away, Moraine Lake shimmers in jewel tones beneath the dramatic peaks of the Valley of the Ten Peaks, perhaps one of the most iconic vistas in all of Canada. Banff Townsite, a charming alpine village surrounded by snow-capped peaks, is the perfect base for exploring the park. With its cozy lodges, cafes, and mountain culture, the town offers both relaxation and adventure. Visitors can soak in the Banff Upper Hot Springs, explore wildlife-dotted trails, or ride the Banff Gondola to the summit of Sulphur Mountain for panoramic views that stretch endlessly in every direction. In every season, Banff dazzles. Powdery snow in winter draws skiers and snowboarders to world-class resorts, while summer brings alpine meadows, glacier-fed lakes, and crisp mountain air. It's not just a destination, it's a call to the wild soul. Niagara Falls. Few natural landmarks in the world inspire as much awe and exhilaration as Niagara Falls. Straddling the border between Ontario, Canada, and New York, USA, this magnificent wonder is not only one of the most powerful waterfalls on Earth, but also a symbol of raw, unrelenting natural beauty. On the Canadian side, visitors are treated to the most dramatic view of Horseshoe Falls, where more than 168,000 cubic meters of water thunder over the edge every minute. The constant roar of cascading water, the mist rising into the sky, and the shimmering rainbows that form under the sun combine to create a surreal, almost spiritual experience. Getting close to the falls is easy and unforgettable. Take the voyage to the Falls Boat Tour, which brings you right into the heart of the mist. Walk behind the curtain of water at Journey Behind the Falls, or soar above the river on the Niagara Skywheel for panoramic views of the entire region. Beyond the falls themselves, Niagara offers a world of activities, from fine dining and luxurious hotels to casinos and theme parks. The nearby Niagara-on-the-Lake wine region is a peaceful retreat with vineyards, charming boutiques, and some of Canada's best ice wine. Niagara Falls is more than just a natural spectacle. It's a multi-sensory experience of grandeur, joy, and the unstoppable force of nature. Vancouver, where ocean meets mountains and nature dances with modernity, Vancouver shines as one of the world's most livable cities. Located on Canada's Pacific coast in British Columbia, Vancouver is a dynamic, multicultural metropolis embraced by natural beauty at every turn. The city's skyline rises against a dramatic backdrop of the coast mountains, while the waters of the Burrard Inlet lap at its edge. A stroll or bike ride along the seawall at Stanley Park, the largest urban park in Canada, is a must-do. Here, ancient cedar trees, totem poles, and ocean views converge in a peaceful urban oasis. Vancouver's neighborhoods each tell a different story. Gastown charms with its cobblestone streets and vintage architecture. Granville Island offers a feast of fresh produce, artisan goods, and street performers. Kitsilano and English Bay welcome sunseekers and swimmers, while Chinatown reflects the city's rich immigrant heritage. Beyond the city, adventures await. In just an hour's drive, you can ski the slopes of Grouse Mountain, paddle through Deep Cove, or explore the forests of Lynn Canyon. Vancouver seamlessly connects the cosmopolitan with the untamed, offering both a vibrant urban lifestyle and instant access to nature. Whether you're sipping espresso in a hip cafe or watching the sun set behind snow-dusted peaks, Vancouver reminds you that beauty and balance can truly coexist. Quebec City. With its cobblestone streets, 17th-century stone buildings, and winding alleyways, Quebec City feels like a slice of Europe on North American soil. As the capital of the province of Quebec and the cradle of French civilization in North America, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is rich in history, culture, and timeless charm. At the city's heart lies Old Quebec, Vieux Quebec, where centuries-old architecture meets bustling public squares and inviting cafes. The Chateau Frontenac, a grand hilltop hotel and one of the most photographed buildings in the world, watches over the city like a regal guardian. From here, stroll along Dufferin Terrace for sweeping views of the St. Lawrence River. Wander through the Petit Champlain district, often referred to as the oldest commercial district in North America, filled with artisan shops, bistros, and fairy tale aesthetics. In winter, Quebec City transforms into a snowy wonderland during Carnival de Quebec, complete with snow sculptures, parades, and the iconic Bonhomme. Outside the city walls, visit Montmorency Falls, which at 83 meters is even taller than Niagara, or explore the Isle d'Orleans, a picturesque island dotted with farmhouses and vineyards. Quebec City is not just a destination, it's an experience of culture, language, and old-world romance, wrapped in the warmth of French-Canadian hospitality. Jasper National Park. Vast, wild, and utterly majestic, Jasper National Park is the largest national park in the Canadian Rockies and one of the most awe-inspiring wilderness destinations in North America. Spanning over 11,000 square kilometers, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a place of glacial lakes, snow-capped peaks, deep canyons, and abundant wildlife. The journey into Jasper is part of the magic. Traveling along the Icefields Parkway, considered one of the most scenic drives in the world, you'll pass breathtaking sights like Athabasca Glacier, Sunwapta Falls, and Peyto Lake. In Jasper, serenity rules. Maligny Lake, framed by towering mountains and evergreen forests, offers pristine waters perfect for kayaking or boat tours to the mysterious Spirit Island. The nearby Maligny Canyon, with its narrow limestone walls and gushing waterfalls, is a hiker's paradise. Jasper is also a dark sky preserve, making it one of the best places in the world to stargaze. In fall and winter, the aurora borealis often dances across the night sky in waves of green, pink, and violet. Wildlife roams freely here. Keep your eyes open for elk, bears, moose, and mountain goats as you explore the alpine trails or soak in the Miette Hot Springs. Jasper is Canada in its rawest form: wild, vast, humbling, and unforgettable. Toronto. Bustling, bold, and brilliantly diverse, Toronto is Canada's largest city and one of the most multicultural metropolises in the world. Rising along the northern shore of Lake Ontario, It's a dynamic fusion of culture, commerce, innovation, and creativity, where over 200 languages are spoken and every street tells a different story. The city's skyline is instantly recognizable, crowned by the iconic CN Tower, once the tallest freestanding structure on Earth. For the adventurous, the Edgewalk lets visitors circle the tower's rooftop, harnessed at 356 meters above ground, an adrenaline rush with unbeatable views. Toronto's neighborhoods are its soul. Kensington Market bursts with vintage shops, graffiti art, and global eats. Distillery District blends 19th-century brick buildings with cutting-edge galleries, while Queen Street West pulses with energy, fashion, and music. Foodies will find paradise in St. Lawrence Market, ranked among the world's best food markets. The city's cultural scene is unmatched in Canada. The Royal Ontario Museum, Art Gallery of Ontario, and Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF, are just a few of its shining stars. In summer, Toronto's waterfront comes alive with music, patios, and ferries to the Toronto Islands, offering a natural escape right in the city. Toronto is not just a city, it's a rhythm, a mosaic, a place where cultures meet and dreams take flight. Whistler. High in the coast mountains of British Columbia lies Whistler, Canada's premier mountain resort and a year-round haven for thrill-seekers, outdoor enthusiasts, and lovers of alpine charm. Just a 2-hour drive from Vancouver via the scenic Sea-to-Sky Highway, Whistler draws visitors from around the world with its stunning peaks, luxurious accommodations, and unbeatable mountain culture. In winter, Whistler becomes a snow-covered paradise. Whistler Blackham, North America's largest ski resort, offers over 8,000 acres of terrain for skiing, snowboarding, and heli-skiing. The Peak 2 Peak Gondola, which connects the two mountains, delivers jaw-dropping 360-degree views of glaciers, forests, and valleys far below. In summer, the snow gives way to lush trails, sparkling lakes, and world-class mountain biking. Hike through Garibaldi Provincial Park, paddleboard on Lost Lake, or fly through the forest on a zipline adventure. The energy of the mountains is as invigorating in July as it is in January. Whistler Village, with its pedestrian-only walkways, is full of charm. Stylish boutiques, cozy cafes, lively pubs, and global cuisine are framed by chalets and modern lodges. The après-ski scene is legendary, but Whistler also hosts cultural events, music festivals, and the Audain Art Museum, showcasing Indigenous and contemporary art. Whistler is more than a destination, it's a lifestyle, where adrenaline and tranquility meet under the snowy peaks and starlit skies. Montreal. Bold, artistic, and full of life, Montreal is a city where old-world charm meets modern innovation, all under the umbrella of a thriving francophone culture. As the largest city in Quebec and one of North America's most creative hubs, Montreal is a blend of European flair and Canadian vitality. In Old Montreal, Vieux Montreal, cobblestone streets lead to architectural gems like Notre Dame Basilica, with its stunning Gothic Revival interior lit in blues and gold. Horse-drawn carriages pass historic buildings turned into trendy cafes, boutiques, and art galleries. The old port along the St. Lawrence River buzzes with festivals, markets, and skating rinks in winter. Downtown, the city pulses with art and music. Quartier de Spectacles hosts year-round performances and festivals, including Just for Laughs, Montreal Jazz Festival, and Nuit Blanche. Museums like the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts and Pointe-Callière enrich the cultural landscape. Montreal's culinary scene is legendary. From classic poutine and smoked meat sandwiches to refined French cuisine and globally inspired fare, this is a food lover's dream. And in the vibrant neighborhoods of Plateau Mont-Royal and Mile End, street art flourishes alongside indie bookstores, music venues, and bohemian cafes. Montreal doesn't just welcome culture, it lives and breathes it, offering a multi-sensory, bilingual experience unlike any other in Canada. Yoho National Park. Located just west of the Continental Divide in British Columbia, Yoho National Park may be one of Canada's lesser-known Rocky Mountain parks, but to those who visit, it's nothing short of awe-inspiring. The name Yoho comes from a Cree expression of wonder and amazement, and it couldn't be more fitting. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is defined by dramatic alpine peaks, thundering waterfalls, and impossibly blue lakes. One of its most iconic spots is Emerald Lake, a glacial-fed gem that shimmers in shades of turquoise and green depending on the light. A peaceful walk around the lake or a canoe ride on its mirror-like surface delivers serenity beyond words. Not far from Emerald Lake is the towering Takakkaw Falls, one of Canada's highest waterfalls at 373 meters. The name, which means "it is magnificent" in Cree, perfectly matches the sensation of standing at its base, feeling the mist rise around you and hearing the water roar through the canyon. Yoho is also home to the Burgess Shale fossil beds, where some of the world's oldest and most well-preserved fossils have been found, offering scientists critical insight into early life on Earth. Whether hiking the Iceline Trail, exploring the natural bridge over the Kicking Horse River, or simply breathing in the clean mountain air, Yoho delivers the kind of quiet, humbling beauty that leaves a lasting mark on the soul. Ottawa. Canada's capital, Ottawa, is a city of grace, intellect, and quiet power. Located on the banks of the Ottawa River, where Ontario meets Quebec, it's a place where national pride merges with rich history, architectural beauty, and vibrant cultural life. The heart of the city is Parliament Hill, home to Canada's federal government. The neo-Gothic buildings, especially the iconic Peace Tower, are both majestic and symbolic. In summer, the changing of the guard ceremony brings pageantry to the lawns. In winter, the surrounding area sparkles with lights during the Christmas Lights Across Canada Festival. Ottawa is a city of museums. The National Gallery of Canada, with its dramatic glass facade, houses masterpieces from Indigenous art to international icons. The Canadian Museum of History, just across the river in Gatineau, explores the stories that shaped the nation. The Canadian Museum of Nature and the War Museum round out a rich tapestry of national identity and heritage. Ottawa is also remarkably green and active. In spring, tulips bloom in dazzling color thanks to the Canadian Tulip Festival. In winter, the Rideau Canal transforms into the world's largest natural skating rink, linking neighborhoods via a frozen, joyful artery of movement and community. Multilingual, multicultural, and welcoming, Ottawa reflects Canada's spirit, thoughtful, inclusive, and full of quiet wonder. Athabasca River and Falls. Flowing gracefully through the heart of Alberta's Jasper National Park, the Athabasca River is one of Canada's great waterways, an ancient travel route once used by Indigenous peoples and early fur traders. Fed by the Columbia Icefield, the river stretches over 1,200 kilometers, winding through rugged mountain valleys, dense forests, and sweeping plains. But one of its most mesmerizing moments happens at Athabasca Falls. Although not especially tall at just 23 meters, these falls are known for their raw, thunderous power. The river, narrowed by a canyon of ancient limestone, explodes in a spectacular rush of white water, carving deep potholes and chasms into the rock. The sound is overwhelming, and the mist on your skin reminds you just how alive this landscape is. Viewpoints and footbridges allow visitors to witness the falls from all angles, including a trail that leads into the gorge itself, revealing how water and time have shaped this dynamic environment. In winter, the falls freeze into dramatic curtains of ice, offering a whole new kind of beauty. Beyond the falls, the Athabasca River invites whitewater rafting, wildlife watching, and quiet reflection. Elk, moose, and even grizzly bears roam nearby, while bald eagles soar overhead. It's a place where geology, history, and wilderness collide, offering a powerful reminder of nature's force and grandeur. Algonquin Provincial Park. Few places in Canada stir the soul like Algonquin Provincial Park. Located in central Ontario and covering nearly 8,000 square kilometers, it is a haven of forests, lakes, rivers, and wetlands, a wild sanctuary where the rhythms of nature unfold in quiet harmony. Algonquin is especially beloved by canoeists and backcountry campers, with over 2,000 kilometers of canoe routes that weave through its tranquil waters. Paddling across a still lake at dawn, mist rising and loons calling in the distance, is an experience of deep peace, one that has remained unchanged for generations. The park is also a paradise for hikers and wildlife enthusiasts. Trails like Booth's Rock, Lookout Trail, and Centennial Ridges lead to panoramic vistas, towering pines, and hidden moose ponds. Lucky visitors may catch sight of moose feeding in the shallows, wolves howling in the night, or beavers industriously building their dams. In autumn, Algonquin transforms into a fiery tapestry of color. Maple, birch, and poplar leaves explode in reds, oranges, and golds, attracting leaf peepers from around the world. It's a living canvas that changes daily, reminding us of nature's cycles and impermanence. For over a century, artists and poets have found inspiration here, most notably Tom Thomson and the Group of Seven, whose works helped define Canada's artistic identity. Today, the Algonquin Visitor Centre and Art Centre continue to celebrate that legacy. Algonquin is not just a park. It is a living, breathing soulscape, timeless, wild, and profoundly Canadian. Calgary. Dynamic and bold, Calgary is a city where the spirit of the frontier meets the energy of the modern world. Located in the province of Alberta, just east of the Rocky Mountains, Calgary is often seen as the gateway to Banff and Jasper. But beyond its role as a launchpad to the wilderness, the city holds its own as a thriving cultural and economic hub with a distinctive Western flair. Calgary is perhaps best known for the Calgary Stampede, dubbed the greatest outdoor show on Earth. Every July, the city transforms into a celebration of cowboy culture, with rodeos, chuckwagon races, concerts, and a festive atmosphere that unites locals and visitors alike in a shared love of tradition and excitement. The city's skyline reflects its modern edge, with gleaming skyscrapers like the Bow and Tella Sky reaching high above the rolling prairies. At street level, neighborhoods like Kensington, Inglewood, and 17th Avenue Southwest are buzzing with indie boutiques, craft breweries, and a vibrant culinary scene that celebrates everything from Alberta beef to international fusion. Calgary also values nature. The Bow River Pathway offers miles of trails through city parks and green spaces, while Prince's Island Park hosts festivals and performances in the heart of downtown. With over 300 days of sunshine a year, locals make the most of the outdoors year-round. Efficient, energetic, and full of heart, Calgary is a city that honors its roots while boldly looking to the future. Alberta Badlands. In stark contrast to the towering peaks of the Rockies and the lush forests of the Pacific Northwest, the Alberta Badlands offer a surreal and ancient landscape carved by time and erosion. Located primarily around the town of Drumheller, these badlands are a captivating mix of hoodoos, layered canyons, and prehistoric secrets buried deep in the earth. The region is world-famous for its fossil beds. Millions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed this land, and today, the Royal Tyrrell Museum of Paleontology houses one of the most extensive collections of dinosaur fossils in the world. From towering Tyrannosaurus rex skeletons to delicate fossilized plants, the museum invites visitors to walk through Earth's distant past. Outside the museum, the landscape itself is a wonder. The Horseshoe Canyon and Dinosaur Provincial Park reveal wind-sculpted formations and colorful sedimentary layers that tell stories of epochs gone by. The hoodoos, thin rock spires rising from the ground, look like sculptures crafted by nature's hand, adding an almost mythical feel to the terrain. While desolate at first glance, the Badlands are rich in wildlife, history, and indigenous heritage. Explore scenic drives, go fossil hunting, or hike through the quiet stillness of this otherworldly region. The Alberta Badlands are a place where time is etched into every rock, and where the vastness of geological history humbles all who visit. Kelowna. Set in the heart of British Columbia's Okanagan Valley, on the eastern shore of Okanagan Lake, Kelowna is a sun-drenched city that combines natural splendor with a thriving urban and wine culture. Known for its laid-back atmosphere, breathtaking lake views, and vineyard-covered hills, Kelowna is a place where life moves in harmony with the land. At the center of it all is Okanagan Lake, a vast, glimmering stretch of water that invites boating, paddleboarding, kayaking, and relaxing on sandy beaches. The Kelowna Waterfront Park is a lively gathering place, with walking trails, art installations, and scenic picnic spots. But Kelowna's heart beats through its wineries. With over 40 vineyards in and around the city, it has earned international recognition as a premium wine region. Whether touring historic estates or enjoying a tasting flight on a hilltop patio, you're sure to savor exceptional Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and ice wine, all grown in the region's unique climate. The city also boasts a vibrant downtown core with a mix of art galleries, craft breweries, farm-to-table restaurants, and boutique shops. Cultural events, music festivals, and a thriving farmers market showcase the best of local talent and harvests. Surrounded by mountains, forests, and fertile valleys, Kelowna offers a lifestyle that celebrates both sophistication and the outdoors, a true gem of Western Canada where relaxation and richness meet. Shannon Falls. Just off the Sea-to-Sky Highway near Squamish, British Columbia, Shannon Falls tumbles down a dramatic granite cliff face in one of the province's most photogenic and accessible natural wonders. At 335 meters, 1,099 feet, it is the third highest waterfall in British Columbia, and its sheer beauty and power make it a must-see stop for travelers between Vancouver and Whistler. Surrounded by mossy forests and rugged mountain backdrops, Shannon Falls flows with grace and intensity, especially in the spring and early summer when glacial runoff is at its peak. The short, scenic trail from the parking area to the base of the falls winds through towering Douglas firs and red cedars, leading visitors to a lookout where the roar of cascading water fills the air and mist kisses the skin. Though often a brief stop on a larger journey, Shannon Falls offers a profound sense of peace and scale. Picnic areas and forest trails nearby make it a perfect place to rest, reflect, and reconnect with nature. For those seeking more adventure, the Stawamus Chief, a towering granite monolith adjacent to the falls, offers world-class hiking and rock climbing opportunities with breathtaking views over Howe Sound. Whether glimpsed from the highway or explored up close, Shannon Falls is a symbol of British Columbia's raw, vertical beauty, wild, powerful, and poetic in motion. Nova Scotia. Jutting into the Atlantic like a welcoming hand, Nova Scotia is a maritime province of salt air, historic charm, and rugged coastal beauty. With more than 13,000 kilometers of shoreline, it offers everything from dramatic sea cliffs and lighthouse-dotted coves to quiet fishing villages and lively port cities. One of the most iconic images of Nova Scotia is Peggy's Cove, where the famous red and white lighthouse stands defiantly on ancient granite rocks, waves crashing below. It's a place that captures the soul of the province, weathered, poetic, and enduring. The Cabot Trail, one of the most scenic drives in the world, loops through Cape Breton Island, offering breathtaking views of mountains plunging into the ocean, coastal hiking trails, and vibrant Acadian and Gaelic cultures. Whale watching here is unforgettable, especially when humpbacks breach against the horizon as bald eagles soar overhead. Nova Scotia is also rich in history. The UNESCO World Heritage town of Lunenburg, with its colorful buildings and shipbuilding heritage, preserves the province's seafaring past. Halifax, the capital, blends history and modern life, from the Citadel Hill Fortress to the lively waterfront boardwalks. The province's cuisine reflects the bounty of the sea. Lobster, scallops, and Digby clams are celebrated with festivals and feasts, while Nova Scotia wines and ciders pair perfectly with the coastal air. Whether you're walking a windswept beach, exploring centuries-old villages, or listening to fiddle music under the stars, Nova Scotia invites you to slow down, breathe deep, and connect with the rhythm of the sea. From coast to coast, from glacier-fed lakes to red sandstone cliffs, and from urban skylines to untamed wilderness, Canada is a land of infinite wonders. Every province, every region, tells its own story, rooted in ancient landscapes, shaped by diverse peoples, and expressed through vibrant culture and enduring spirit. This journey has revealed just a glimpse of Canada's majestic diversity. From the turquoise brilliance of Banff to the haunting quiet of the Badlands, from the cosmopolitan streets of Toronto and Montreal to the maritime melodies of Nova Scotia, Canada is more than a destination. It's an experience of wonder, contrast, and connection. Whether you're a traveler seeking adventure, a soul in search of stillness, or a wanderer with curiosity in your heart, Canada welcomes you. Not just with sights to behold, but with memories to carry. So take the leap. Explore the wild trails, sip the local wines, dance in the festivals, listen to the stories, and let this vast and varied land show you just how wondrous the world can be. Canada is waiting, and wonder is guaranteed.